Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of Ignition Time. I believe that Donald Trump will be back on Twitter. I believe that what Elon Musk is doing now is actually creating the foundation for Donald Trump to be back on Twitter. But Donald Trump being back on Twitter is not the primary reason for Trump to offer a hostile takeover attempt to buy Twitter. Yes, to buy Twitter for over $50 billion. And he said he'll just become 100% owner of Twitter and make it into a private company. But I believe, and it's pretty obvious because Elon Musk said so, he has a broader vision. In fact, Elon Musk said that his offer to buy Twitter is about the future of civilization, not about making money. In fact, Musk said the proposed deal is not about the economics of Twitter, but about ensuring that Twitter remains a trusted platform for democracy. And he described his vision in pretty broad, sweeping terms. He said this is not a way to make money. My strong intuitive sense is that having a public platform that is maximally trusted and broadly inclusive is extremely important to the future of civilization. He also said that Twitter's algorithm should be open source, in other words, should be accessible to everyone to increase transparency in the company's decisions in terms of how they moderate content, how they block people, and how they essentially shut down certain people. He said this, the code should be on GitHub so people can look at it and say, I see a problem here. I don't agree with this. And he said this can highlight issues and suggest changes. And he was specifically asked about controversial tweets. And he said, well, maybe if there's a controversial tweet, Twitter should not promote the tweet. And he said, I think we want to be very reluctant to delete things and just be very cautious with permanent bans. Timeouts are better. And he said that if he took over the company, he said he would be blamed for everything. He said this, I quote, I think everyone will still blame me for everything. If I acquire Twitter and something goes wrong, it's my fault 100%. I think there will be quite a few errors. In fact, we're about to hear Elon Musk in his own words. And when Elon Musk was specifically asked about Twitter's content moderation, he explained that his test for whether a platform adheres to free speech changes or not is simple. He said this, and this is important, folks. He said this, is someone you don't like allowed to say something you don't like? And if that is the case, then we have free speech. Let's roll the tape and hear what Elon Musk had to say about his Twitter takeover attempt. Let's roll the tape and watch.
Why make that offer?
Well, I think it's very important for there to be an inclusive arena for free speech where all, Twitter has become kind of the de facto town square. It's just really important that people have both the reality and the perception that they are able to speak freely within the bounds of the law. So one of the things that I believe Twitter should do is open source the algorithm and make any changes to people's tweets, if they're emphasized or de-emphasized, that action should be made apparent so anyone can see that action has been taken. So there's no sort of behind-the-scenes manipulation, either algorithmically or manually. But I just think it's important to the it's important to the function of democracy. It's important to the function of the United States as a free country and many other countries, and to help freedom in the world more broadly than the U.S. And so I think it's I think there's the risk, civilizational risk is decreased if Twitter, the more we can increase the trust of Twitter as a public platform. And so I do think this will be somewhat painful, and I'm not sure that I will actually be able to acquire it. And I should also say the intent is to retain as many shareholders as is allowed by the law in a private company, which I think is around 2,000 or so. So it's not like it's definitely not from the standpoint of let me figure out how to monopolize or maximize my ownership of Twitter, but we'll try to bring along as many shareholders as we're allowed to. Having a public platform that is maximally trusted and broadly inclusive is extremely important to the future of civilization.
But you've described yourself.
I don't care about the economics at all.
And as you can see, folks, Elon Musk has very strong opinions about this. Now, whether you use Twitter or not, and by the way, I use Twitter. So even if you don't use Twitter, there is a broader question here. Is the future of civilization dependent on a platform, a town square for free speech? I believe the answer is yes. Now, the next question is Twitter that platform? And is Elon Musk the best shepherd of such a platform? And the answer to that question is, honestly, I don't know. Time will tell. But from the world's richest man comes an offer to buy out Twitter 100% and then to make it into a private company. In fact, Elon Musk is turning up the heat on Twitter, and he said it would be utterly indefensible not to put this offer to a shareholder vote. They own the company, not the board of directors. In fact, here's a tweet from Elon Musk where he's actually asking people whether the decision to sell Twitter to him should be up to the shareholders or it should be up to the board of directors. And you can start to see from the responses, an overwhelming number of people feel that the decision should be up to the shareholders, not to the board of directors, not to just a bunch of people in a room that will make a decision, but to people who actually own Twitter stock. So there you have it, everyone. The world's richest man making an offer to buy one of the top 3 social media platforms in the world, to make it private, and then to change its policies. And I believe one of the outcomes of this will be the return of the one and only former President Donald Trump to Twitter, to a company that if Elon Musk succeeds in buying the company, to a company that will actually enrich Elon Musk even further, making him maybe the world's first trillionaire. Could this be a big waste of time from Elon Musk, or could it be a huge philosophical and financial gambit that is likely to pay off big? I don't know. Time will tell. I want you to let me know what you think in the comment section below. What do you think of Elon Musk's emphasis on the future of civilization requiring some sort of a stable, happy medium for communication, a town square, if you will? And what do you think of Donald Trump potentially returning to the platform if and when Musk takes over Twitter? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Please click like, please click subscribe, please enable notifications. Thank you so much for watching. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time. Take care. Bye.